recording to with Jama and Nikki, a podcast by two women who are living it, learning from it, and laughing through it. We talk business, community, relationships, and everything in between. The wins, the lessons, and the moments that keep us connected. We're hanging out in the studio with our dear friend, Megan.
Special guest.
Megan Fairless. I'm so excited you're here. This is awesome.
I'm so excited to be here. I mean, you guys are so much fun. We just did a photo shoot and I got the energy and made it a lot easier to go into a conversation today. So
Yeah.
And I will say, as someone who does not like getting their photo taken, I appreciated your energy too.
Thank
Just
you.
making it feel comfortable and not like a chore and somewhere you don't want to be and just having fun with
and
it. That makes a
smooth
big
and
difference.
easy. When you're in front of the camera, there's a lot of anxiety. How did I pose? How did I stand? And you're just click, click, click. You got it. And and the encouragement,
Try.
just keep doing it. You're doing great because you can sit in front of the camera and go, what did I do? And so you made it very effortless and free and easy. And I loved that. Just
And
like
that's coming
flowing
from the professional.
Ooh.
What do you call a person who gets their photo taken? The photographer takes the photo.
model,
Okay.
subject,
Muse.
background is modeling.
Right.
So there's all different types of modeling. There is you have your print work, which is what your catalogs. And then you have my favorite was spokes modeling or trade modeling,
yes.
where you're in the trade show, and you're talking about a product. I loved doing that. That was really fun. Or a fair. I did go to a couple fairs and talk Ford Motor Company, which was real exciting.
She loves a good runway too.
Oh, yes. I do love the catwalk. Work, cover
We have to
girl.
bring that back.
Yeah. I
Yes.
know.
We've been talking about
Fashion shows.
maybe,
and
trying to plan something. So
there is one coming
we
up.
know a photographer.
Yeah.
I'll be
but
there.
That would be awesome.
And not just a photographer, a videographer.
Yes, I do many things. Yes, anything with a camera in my hand, I can do. So
So what's the difference between photography sessions and videographer sessions?
Oh, so much. I feel like, and it's always funny because I'll talk to my other photographer besties about it, and I'm like, I think photo's so much easier than video. Because video, I have to worry about audio. I have to make sure everything is said right. Photo, I can just fire away. We get good, we get bad, and then I can Photoshop it, make it look good. Video is very much so you got to get it right. So
You can edit out, but you can't
yeah,
do
can't
a
much
whole
with,
lot.
Sound, because when you
sound.
start laying sound over, I'm sure that's a different.
Yeah.
So you just had a huge art gallery opening.
Yes.
Tell us about that. What was that like?
So that was insane. I would have never expected to ever try and do something like that. So I met Charles Mooneyham through a What's Up Downtown event, which I always push myself to go to those events, even though I have the worst anxiety in the world. Something always good comes from it. And that's what I always tell myself. And I was waiting to see what is universe going to show me? That's good. And they're like, check out this new gallery. And I've had a history with local galleries and them not wanting to show my dad. And my dad's been an artist since birth. So that was the main discussion that me and Charles had. I was like, I just want my dad to be able to show his artwork. And he was like, well, why don't we do a generational thing and you both do something?
Great idea.
So
cool.
And then that was about 6 or 7 months ago. And then here we are. We just had our first opening and they stopped counting at 400 people. So the whole entire night, I was just being dragged. I was trying to have as many conversations as possible. But it was fun. And then it was also kind of a challenge because I normally see myself as only a videographer, and photography is just kind of something that happens. And so I can't sell video in an art gallery. So I had to be a photographer front facing for the first time and actually pull photos that aren't of models or anything like that, stuff that people want to buy. So that was a challenge.
The art side of
Yeah.
it. That's so cool.
Well, and you mentioned the videographer side, but I wonder if there is some way to incorporate the video side into a flash. Have you ever seen the TV head?
Yeah.
Some type of TV head art piece where because putting together a wedding, because you do weddings.
That's
I didn't
art
even
in
mention we haven't even
itself.
gotten to the wedding
Right.
side. But that is a big day,
Oh,
and
yes.
everyone is on their own mission. I mean, I've worked, that's how we met. We work weddings at the bridge. So that was so exciting. And I've done weddings with you, and you and your team are just there. You just flow with, you blend in. You're not a distraction, which is great because you try not to be, because, you know,
it's not my day. Yeah.
And the moms want to see, and, you know, I've seen people who get right up when the audience is, and then they're getting but then the whole audience doesn't see. So then it becomes about the photography. Yeah. And so I felt like your team is such a good, you do so good by not distracting from the moment. And I admire that about you.
Yes.
And just you're fun. You're fun to work with, you know. It's like you do make it very effortless. And I know there's a lot of effort that goes into it, because I get it, you know, from being on this side, the other side of the camera, and seeing what work goes in just holding a pose. I know how hard the photographers work. So
I always tell anyone that's wanting to get into this industry, it's one thing to like know how to work the equipment and know how to like edit and all the proper stuff, but personality is what sells. Like, if you get, like, no offense to any, like, male photographers, but sometimes when you get someone that's too dry, they make you feel uncomfortable, you're not going to get good photos from that. I want people to, like, actually have fun, cut loose. Like, I want to see genuine smiles. That's why I was, like, cracking awful jokes.
The natural looks.
Like, I want people to feel comfortable and everything, just because it is very stressful, like, putting yourself out there and being captured like that. So, and I understand, because I have to make my own marketing stuff all the time. You should see the behind the scenes editing of that. Like, it's awful.
More intense than if it's for someone else, I would imagine. So knowing the technical is super important, like you said, but being able to express yourself and build your brand is built on personality.
Absolutely.
So we understand.
And human relations.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So you mentioned if anyone's interested in getting started, did you know you were going to do this? Like, how did you become a videographer and a photographer?
Whenever I was a child, I wanted to be a paleontologist or an archaeologist. That was like number one. Like, I got dinosaur tattoos covered me. And then I also wanted to be a chef. I wanted to get into VFX makeup and everything. I know I need a little...
You're okay.
Just giving you a little closer.
We're just loud, and we want to make sure we can hear you.
But no, it was never on the picture, which is funny. Like, the older I get, the more I, like, really look into my history, and it makes sense that I ended up in here, because my dad's dad, who I never got to meet because he died when my dad was 8, I finally just got all of his 8mm films, and I transferred it, and I realized that the camera was super important to him, and it's always been about documenting. And then my mom's dad, I grew up, like, the day I was born, there was a camcorder there. I have, like, 500 hours that I still have to transfer of his VHSs. So, like, the cameras have always been around, but the passion of actually creating it into a business was because my dad owned his own business on West Delmar. And Michael Gebbin, who's a famous little character of Alton, he started his Gebb's Total Video right up the hill. So he's this young little kid who used to come down, and my mom would be like, that Gebb's kid's here. Do you want to talk to him? And my dad would be like, yeah. My dad gave him a chance, let him learn all the ins and outs of businesses. And then during that time, me and my best friend were YouTubers. So we were making fun YouTube videos and all the time, and my dad, like, made the connection. Well, you can make money off of this. And so at little 14-year-old Megan started going to weddings with Michael Gebbin, and I just was thrown into this industry and realized that I like it and it's fun. I get paid to go to parties. So it was fun getting to this point. And it's constantly ever evolving, constantly learning, you know, pros and cons and what I need to put my time into. But yeah, it's fun industry to be in.
It's great to be able to look back and it be there the whole time and you didn't realize it.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're on this generational cycle with your dad's art and your art. I can see a bigger art exhibit where you've now cut in some of your grandpa's art, and that becomes your like story, and you put it in these images, whether they're moving images or not, and then that gallery is even bigger. I think Mooneyham started something pretty cool with you, and awesome. It's gonna like evolve into something else. So I love that, and I love that you're able to look back and see. You know, sometimes it's hard to look back because we can
be painful or
absolutely.
And we could just think, oh, you know, I was on the wrong track or whatever, and then you look back and you're like, oh, it was there the whole time. Kind of like Wizard of Oz. Home is always, it was always there the whole time. You were there and you were there, and I didn't have to go beyond my backyard. But sometimes it is. You know, those cool connected moments are there, and I think that's super.
It seems
cool.
like serendipity. You know. That's so neat. And we actually have a connection to Mooningham too, because they used to be housed in the old Milton Schoolhouse, and we hosted an event there, December 2024.
It was the first Bluff City Betties put together kind of event. It was a vendor market. We learned a lot. That building is challenging. It was very, very cold. It rained.
Talk about haunted.
Oh, yes.
Foot traffic was challenging because there wasn't a lot of it, but it was fun because we got to meet the vendors. They made good connections.
Got to meet all of the people who have businesses within that building, and they're all so entrepreneurial, just happy to share, with us, share that space. And we promoted everyone who was at our event to go to their, encourage them to visit all of those different businesses.
Yep. And now he's moved.
Right. He's expanded. We always say it's an amazing incubator for new business owners.
Yeah. Well, Plant M's the same way. She's down on Broadway now. Yes. So she's even gotten to expand a little. And I'm sure there's other businesses that have done that before, and we just hadn't gotten to know.
Connected with them
yet. Yeah. So if you were going to tell a young videographer, a young person who wants to set, what is some of the things you learned that you kind of like, man, if I would have had this from the beginning, or this was a hard lesson, what are some good feedbacks?
So I always say equipment doesn't matter. Like, use what you got. If all you got is a phone, use it. If all you got is like $100 little camera, use it. You don't need to save up to like buy a DSLR with multiple lenses or anything like that. Honestly, like, just start shooting. Like, do as much as you can. What's benefited me a lot is strategic free work. So I'm very, very, like, I'm the queen of trading. Like, literally today, there's been so many trades that happened.
Even today with our photo shoot, we've had some good trades, and I've loved it. Being a business starting out, so makes sense.
So, like, say, I don't know, 10 years ago, I really wanted to do more community stuff. And so at the time, Old Bakery was like really popping off at the time. And so we made the connection, did free work for them. And then that ended up leading to Grafton Winery paying for stuff. And then it all leads more and more and more as long as you like showcase what you can do. Another big thing that aligns with that too in trading, the networking. The networking is like what has saved me from having to pay for advertising. Like, so again, strategic free work here and there keeps your name top of mind. And it's just building those deep connections, not just like touch and go. Like, oh, hey, I just want to do this surface level thing with you. No, like, I genuinely care about every single business that I work with. So it's beyond important. And I haven't paid for an ad in probably over 13 years.
Oh, John, close your ears.
I'm sorry.
RiverBender, close your ears.
But it's pay for local advertising.
Right. No, absolutely. I'm teasing. But it is something that I think businesses, so many of us start out with just what we have. And so you're building it as you go. And sometimes you don't have the money for a bank account, or you don't have, like, we've kind of experienced some of that. You're starting out with negative in some aspects, and you're going, okay, how can I get here and get there? And there's so many people just starting out. Everyone just started out one time. So you have to give each other the opportunity to get a foot up, because that's what helps this area grow. I think
supporting each other.
And 100%. There's going to be dips. Like, we're seeing some dips right now in what's going on with some of the area businesses. So it's like, how can we support each other and keep each other open through that?
Absolutely.
Even some of the small businesses get together and help and support each other in hard times. And I think that's what's important.
Yeah, back on that networking thing, like, whenever I have my lows or my questions or like that, I have this huge network, especially with like entrepreneurs that are my age, because there's all these different generations that can teach you different things, but mainly the ones that are close to my age, I can go and sit and say, oh my God, weren't those taxes awful?
Taxes.
Okay, what's up with this Instagram algorithm? Are you like struggling with it too? Like, it's so easy to bounce back. Like, I literally just met someone today who is just a week into their entrepreneurship, and I was like, make friends and ask questions. Don't be afraid, because like, I genuinely, like, I tell everyone, I'm an open book. I want to see you and your passion. If I can help you skip over some of the like hard stuff, I'm here for it. So
we love to hear that.
Yeah.
And 100% with you on the not needing to have technical equipment to get started. We were just talking before we popped on here about us recording, in our kitchen with
my cell phone.
Sad little microphone.
Sad little microphone plugged into my cell phone using like a free app, or I think I ended up paying $1.99 so I wouldn't get commercials.
Yeah.
Right. So I bought an app for $1.99 so we could edit it, and it got us to
and
be able
sometimes
to.
that's the scariest part too, is just hitting record or just picking up the phone to call someone about an opportunity, showing up at an event, and like you said, just putting yourself out there and making it known what you want, manifesting it into reality. And you just don't know until you talk to somebody how much support you might get from them, what opportunities they might present to you, and doors that they'll open for you. And you had a goal today, and
it literally happened
she made
today.
it happen. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if you're ready to talk about it yet.
Go the wedge.
The wedge,
like
yes.
Like I've noticed that they like weren't able to like communicate to the community like what they're trying to get across, and I was like, hey,
I could
how's
probably
that
help you.
content creating going for you? And they're like, we're trying to do it ourselves. I was like, you can't be business owners and create content at the same time, like especially whenever you're a newer business too. So I was like, hey, I'll do it. And they're like, okay, we'll do a trade, you know.
Right.
And, again, queen of trades.
Yes.
Yeah, and the other cool thing is you're so embedded in the community because of what you do. You know how and what the community is doing, what they're thinking, how to attract their attention. So I think that was a great
what people are looking
move.
for, where the need is, and the gap between what's available.
Yeah.
And
important.
The fun thing is you saw a need before they did. You helped solve a problem they weren't even sure it was a problem, or they were thinking that they could keep, but you're like, I can make this problem go away for you. Like I can solve this for you. And I think having the courage to even say that and step up, and that's huge.
Yeah, and it's just from building those networks, and I feel safe with those people. Like there's definitely still some opportunities that I was like more nervous to make happen, but then they happen, and I'm like, why did I make such a big deal out of that? Like people are all human. Even like the people that are like the top dogs of Alton, they're just human like us.
They have the same content challenges as all of us do, because that's life, right?
Right. And we talk about that too, especially when you're running your own business. Just like you said, you can't do all things. You really cannot.
Like literally, it's my job to make videos, and I like have to pull my teeth to like
sometimes
get them done.
Yes, exactly. And if you can outsource something to someone that you trust and that you have the faith that they're going to deliver on, why not?
Yeah.
And develop a team that works with you. I think that's been helpful with what
Take some of that burden off of yourself for sure.
And I know that if you're just starting out, I think you said something, just don't wait for the equipment. Just start. And I think that was something we even recognized in what we were doing, is that we just needed to start. We hadn't pressed play or anything in a while. And we just kept talking about this over and over and over again. And you can talk yourself out of things too.
Easy.
And so if you keep talking yourself into it and talking yourself out of it and thinking, you got to try it at that point, because now you're going, should we not? And I think that's important too, to remember, like just getting started and taking that initiative.
Because you can always delete it. That's the beautiful thing about digital media. You recorded something like, first try, delete.
Except for I'm awful, and I put don't ever look it up. I have a YouTube, and I use it as an archive. Okay, and it's like some of the most unprofessional looking stuff, but sometimes it's really nice to go and look at the comparison of where you were,
you've grown,
and then what you started off at. And sometimes people genuinely don't think it's that bad. Like you're your own worst critic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and even when you go listen to, because when we started podcasts, I would go back and listen to the very first podcast of some of the top podcasters. And it was rough. Yeah. They're different. Like, and I've even heard some of our stuff, and I'm like, oh, it's kind of rough, but we're learning and we're growing and we're finding a rhythm. You'll see that their scenes change. They change studios. They get to bigger studios. We all like start somewhere, but you just got to start. And I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah. And then like being able to adapt. That's a real big thing that I learned, especially during the pandemic. Sometimes you can like create this like 42-step plan, and you're like, this is going to be my path, and it's going to work great, and it's worked great for this other person, so it'll work great for me. And you get to step 3, and you have to completely redo that
new path.
So sometimes it's not worth making that huge map and just starting with the first couple steps, and then, okay, this doesn't work. How can we adapt to make it work better? How can I make sure I'm happy? Because, you can wear yourself out quick trying to show up. So
Yeah. So when you're talking about adaptation, we use the word pivot. And I even have like
because we're Friends fans.
Oh, yeah.
And also our generation, like pivot. But sometimes you do, and it doesn't look like what it's going to look like or where you think you're going to start. And then you start doing it and you're like, oh, we needed this. And we probably, I mean, just even with what we've done when we've started our conglomerate business, I mean, with consulting and a boutique and a podcast, we hope to bring on a blog. That's a future. So we're like, how are we going to do all of these things when there's two of us and little space to put stuff, you know, and where do we store everything? So as you're starting to grow, you're like, oh, we need this. So you do have to change. And when you mentioned someone else's plan isn't your plan, when we talk about this, we try so hard. Comparison is the thief of joy.
It's awful.
It is the thief of joy. And I am the number one. I will compare myself to people all the time. Like, well, they have it. Why can't I? And you have to catch yourself because they don't have your life. Like, your life is completely different. And I'm sure they could be over there going, boy, it looks nice over there. You know, we all feel
our grass
that.
looks green too. To someone else, right?
So what are some of the ways that you avoid kind of those pitfalls?
I definitely have to check myself. It'd be silly for me to say that I don't compare myself. That's a constant, especially just being human. You know, I always look up, and I always try and remember too that, like, especially on social media, that's everyone's highlight reels. We don't really know the true life. And I guess it also helps too that the people I look up to and compare myself to, I talk to them and have real conversation too. And I get to see the ugly sides of what they're dealing with and how their lives are different from mine. So I'm like, okay, why am I even comparing? Because they have their own struggles that they're not publicly posting about. I have my own struggles. We're just trying to exist in our best. So, yeah, but no, it exists. I can't say that I don't compare myself, but I try really hard not to. I try and check myself. Be like, why do I think that way? Okay, let me think through that. Okay, I don't really feel that way. That's just a nasty little intrusive thought. So.
Or even comparing yourself to where you thought you were going to be.
Oh, yeah. Expectations.
Expectations.
Yeah.
Alignment with realities.
Yeah.
I try not to have many expectations in life.
We say that too. Low expectations.
Yes. It's so much more happier.
Exactly. And we're so pleasantly surprised when something exceeds those.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, my expectations are so low, I brought the shovel to just dig it a little bit lower. Like, let's just bring it in.
We're at ground level? Fantastic.
Yeah. We can go lower. I got this. No. Well, we probably should take a little bit of a break, cover some of our advertisements that we have on
our
the
amazing
RiverBenders.
and RiverBenders.
We'll get back to
ads
you.
are available if anyone is interested. Let us know. We're happy to trade.
Yeah.
See what we got.
Firearms training shouldn't feel intimidating. At Precision Point Armory in Bethalto, we focus on safety, confidence, and real-world skills. Whether you're new or renewing your concealed carry, you'll get professional instruction without pressure. Learn safe handling, sound decision-making, and proper techniques tailored to your experience level. If you're looking for premium firearms training in the heart of Bethalto, Illinois, call 618-779-9947 or go to precisionpointarmory.net and train with confidence today.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
What's up? It's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Tom Wells. and assistant chief of the Godfrey Fire District. He has been a firefighter and an EMT for over 20 years. Tom is currently an instructor in the Lewis and Clark Paramedicine program and has 2 degrees from LC, fire science and nursing.
I'm Tom Wills, and I'm a trailblazer.
Welcome back to According To with Jama and Nikki. We have our very first VIP guest in the studio. VIP, very informed person, Megan. And she is talking about videography, photography, all the fun things she does. And so we're just so glad you're here.
I'm glad to be
This is
here.
awesome. One thing I wanted to talk to you about, starting a business as a female.
Ooh.
I know we shouldn't separate it because we want to just say I'm a business owner, but everyone's like, I'm a female podcaster. I am a female business owner. We have the WB certification that you can get, women's business. So is there a difference? Have you noticed a difference from being a female in this industry, or is it an even playing field?
Oh, no. Oh, my God. No. And
No.
especially in videography, like photography is a bit more female led, especially in this generation. Past generations were more male. Videography is strictly male. Like there's some bigger organizations around here that I've tried to collaborate with. And just because I'm female, they kind of stray away from that opportunity, which I don't hold it against them. Sometimes things don't line up, but that's very much a forefront. And sometimes there's opportunities where I do work with men that don't respect me just because I am a female. So, and I just kind of like circumvent my way and just kind of like prove my credibility without having to vocalize my credibility. And if that's like such a forefront too, I just choose not to work with those types of people just because I got enough people to replace, misogynistic people. But like what you said, kind of like I'm always been super weird, like the way that I was raised. My mom's like more masculine and my father's more emotional and feminine. So that kind of gave me like a weird duality as a person. And so I've never like really been female business owner. Like I've never put myself into that category because I want to be like, I want to be just a business owner.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Right.
But it is very much true. It's like a little bit delusion just to like say that I'm just a business owner. But no, being a female does definitely affect. But like back on some of the positives, like what I talked about in the past, like I am able to make people feel more comfortable with my femininity. I can understand some of the ways that we critique ourselves a little bit differently as feminine beings, So I know how to approach that and make you guys feel more comfortable. And men do feel more comfortable around women, like be it as they're attracted to us or that, we're comfy like people. So
that maternalness, I think does have an effect for sure. And I was just thinking too, like we did, costume changes for our photo shoot with you just now. And I didn't even think twice about it, but I may have felt differently if it was a male photographer for sure.
Yeah, it's easier to pop into a room and throw something on over and go, oh, well, we've now got to go, into the bathroom, shut the door, whatever. And when you're in theater, you get really comfortable changing in front of everyone. So I don't always think twice before I start changing my clothes because I'm like, oh, yeah, sorry, I'm not backstage. And you're always wearing so many undergarments that you don't even think like, oh, because you're
exposure.
Not. Yeah, because you're just like putting stuff over things and layering. As you can see, I'm even layered now. So there is that. But yeah, that's a good point. I would have never thought about.
And I would imagine you probably get different requests than you would if you were a male photographer or videographer.
Absolutely,
like, hey, can you help me button this or adjust this or how does this look?
Yeah, photography is just like the first title. There's like 1,002,000 different titles underneath of that. Yeah.
Right.
So
all the bustles. Because you do a lot of weddings. Do you do more weddings than anything? Or
I don't know. Nowadays, I think it's more community than weddings. Just having my team do a lot more of the wedding days.
She has a team.
Yeah, I have a team. That's the best thing you can ever do.
Goals, guys.
After you actually show up with your phone and you're ever starting to make money with your business, the best thing you can do is outsource your work, and then you're able to like hyper focus on what you enjoy doing, like being in the community. That's what I love right now currently. So.
And I was told by someone that when you do that, you're actually creating a business, not a job. So if you create a role that you're always in, that you don't replace anyone with, you've just created yourself a really good job. And that's great. Some people love just the job, but creating the business is being able to put people in place. And it is challenging to find that team member
that you can trust.
Been through it.
Right.
I was like super open, like anyone. And now I'm a little bit more, okay, there's some like personality is it. Again, like what I said earlier, like my number one is Jordan Bruce, and we've been best friends since like middle school. But we've developed his personality. He used to be super like closed in, very private person, and especially with him working as a barista up at Post Commons. Now cool. I'll just sit back and I'll watch how he interacts with people. I'm like, look at that dude. Like he's such a genuine person to be around, and that's like such a top priority for me is like you have to be comfortable around people and like actually make people feel comfortable
and feel real.
Yeah.
You know, everybody wants to feel that.
Yeah.
And it's really good that you created a space for him to grow.
Oh, yeah.
So you cultivated.
Well, he did it all on his own.
Yeah, but you created the space for it to happen. Yeah. You gave him the opportunity. You knew he was a little bit shyer, but you gave him the opportunity to kind of get comfortable with people, get comfortable being uncomfortable, which is what I sometimes always say, get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yes.
But not everyone's willing to give people the chance to grow. If they, sometimes they're just like, okay, it's not working out. See you later. And I think that comes from being a good leader. You're able to go, okay, we just got to give you an opportunity.
Yep.
And we'll walk through these opportunities.
Right. To cultivate and to see where people's passions are and where their skills are or where they want to be and say, hey, let's go there together. I think that's huge, especially in today's culture and job market. And, you're running something separate from somebody, you're running the show.
Yeah.
So you can say, hey, do you really want to work at this or not? Because we can, or I'll see you later.
Yeah, no, I definitely was like, I'm shopping editors right now. I'm like, you wanna edit some more stuff? And he's just straightforward with me. No. Okay, you do. You don't have to do that.
Hear that, everybody? She's shopping editors.
Yes. I think I got a new one, but
you never know. She's checking them out. But there's opportunity always. Yes. I think also that speaking of your, watching him grow as an artist, that's a testimony to kind of also a little bit of who you are. You came in, you're like, I just want to see you guys do well, and I'm happy to partner with you. And, you're happy to see your people do well. And I'm sure if, he gets so good that he's got his own business.
Absolutely.
I think there's some employers that don't encourage their employees in hopes that they stay and never leave them, so they don't have to do the rehiring again. And it sucks. I get it. You have to rehire, you have to fill. But if we're not letting everyone grow, then everyone stays here, and then you have no gene pool. Absolutely. Or gene pool. Is that what a gene pool? No talent pool.
Yeah. Oh, that one.
Yes. I was in the wrong pool.
Most people meet their significant other through work, so that works.
You never know. I'm like,
you never know.
Pool. That did not sound right. Talent pool.
One of those pools.
Yes. But no, oh my God, where were words going?
Clearly in the
Then the gene pool. They were in the gene pool.
Oh yeah, no. I am like so aggressively against, and thank God it's not legally binding anymore, no compete clauses. I think that's the most nastiest thing ever. I've had a few friends where I've tried to talk them into like expanding their teams and everything like that. And they're like, well, I'll have to have a non-compete. And I'm like, the number one thing I want for my like team and everything is to be successful, pay their bills, and do whatever they want to do. Like if there comes a point in time where like it doesn't align with my business, like please be bigger than I ever was. Like I am no ego attached to my career. Like I want to see everyone succeed in what makes them happy,
Well, and I think that's the false belief that someone's going to do exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, and Jordan's told me straight up, he's like, I hate admin stuff. I don't want to do emails. I just want to show up and shoot. And I'm like,
there you go.
Done.
There's the space. Shoot all you want.
Yeah.
And someone else will edit and be the client-facing side and all the things that you don't enjoy. That's amazing. That's like the ideal.
Or even your like strengths and weaknesses. Like, he's probably really good at shooting. Like that's probably
he's my
where
best shooter.
Yeah, that's probably where he lives, right?
Yeah.
And so
why not utilize that for his benefit and yours?
Position where he's not 100% at means he's never going to operate in his greatness, and that's only going to help all your business grow is putting the person and letting them operate in their greatness. I think that's important.
Yeah.
We talk about that too, even with like volunteer leaders and civic leaders that voluntold is a thing, where you're like really encouraging somebody to take on a certain role, and you kind of have two different directions you can go. You can either be like, awesome, I feel empowered, that somebody believes in me, I'm going to take this and run, or you can say, I really don't want to do this. thank you for the opportunity. And then they probably don't deliver, right?
Yeah.
Because they're not excited to be there and they don't really want to be in that position. And now you're not getting what you need and they're not getting what they need either. So I think that's super important to align people's abilities and expectations with the company's outcomes as well.
Yeah, and that's a big thing I had to learn too, especially being under Michael Gebbin. Like he's so much of the person, like, and that's what tainted my brain as a young child, was this idea that you can do anything. And so I thought everyone can do everything, you know? So I'm gonna
try everything.
Do it. Like I'm fanning everyone's flame. Like, why aren't you following your passions? You can't create passion in other people.
Right.
That's the biggest thing I learned. So like, I'm gonna support whatever passion you have.
Right. You can maybe help them find it.
Yeah.
But you're right.
No,
You can't light that fire for most people.
No.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm like flashbacking when you're talking about Michael. I had a good friend. That's how I met Michael, through Andy Walters. Did you know Andy?
Yeah.
So Andy, it was just a doll. I just, you can't say enough awesome things about him. And
You can't talk about him in that smile.
Exactly.
And,
like he had the smile
such
and then you just smile.
fun, yeah.
And he encouraged me to do radio broadcasting. And I was reluctant at first. And I would just talk about someone who could get in front of the mic and just personality would just explode out of him. And he seemed to never worry if he said something wrong or a word funny, like he'd just roll with it.
It's college radio, guys.
Yeah, like he never was too serious. And to flow the way he could was just so impressive. And I always wanted to just
Could not have fun around him.
Right.
Just that light of a room,
And I see that in
Amazing.
Michael.
Oh yeah.
And so now I even see that in you, that like personality. I mean, it actually warms my heart because it's just, that's my degree to you guys is Dear Sweet Andy. And it's just like, good times, like always fun.
And we're all connected. We talk about that a lot, how important that is. And that's what you've touched on too. Just making those connections, keeping those connections, finding the things that you are both excited about and passionate about, or where that spark is that you can come together to create as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a super important question for you.
Yes.
Super important, Brace.
What is the weirdest thing that someone has asked you to do
Oh,
or
God.
edit?
I've said no to a lot. So again, I'm like everybody's friend. So I'm like, people feel real comfortable with me, even if like I've only spent a day with them. And I've had people like ask me, like boudoir is one thing, and I really don't enjoy doing boudoir. Like I love getting it done. Like, I love being a model with boudoir, but shooting it.
Oh, okay.
I have
Good to
not
know.
gone there.
Oh, dude,
I
I swear, any
You're
male
right.
or female, but mainly female, is the most empowering. And no matter like what size or what your confidence level is, like it's so beautiful, especially if you get the right photographer. And that's why I'm like, I'm not that photographer. And then like I've had someone ask me to be there for their birth of their child. Ooh. And I am not a medical person at all. Like I will pass out so quickly. Like some
Does
people
blood make you a little faint? Does just talking about it making you a little faint? Okay.
That is just, that's an interesting,
it's an intimate moment.
Yeah, and it was like someone I just spent a day with, and I was like,
Wow.
love you, good for you, wish the best. No.
How about after everything's all done?
Yeah. Call Carrie Carpunky. You'll be all right.
There you go.
So do you do like a lot of kid photography too?
Only for my friends.
Only,
so I'm
okay,
like,
so
if there's a few.
It's a niche.
Yeah. A few group of people that they can ask me about to do anything, and I'll say yeah. So like I normally stray away from like newborn until I can talk to a kid reasonably. That's whenever I start feeling safe, and I can like, hey bud, I know this is really uncomfortable. Like work with me and we'll get past it real quick, and then we can be buddies real good. But if they're like unconsolable,
if they can't take direction, Megan's out.
I'm sorry.
My nephews, absolutely adorable. This is when they're 16 months apart. So like 5 and 6, and we were doing pictures out by the lake, and they look so cute. And I was like, Miles, why don't you sit on Reed? And just thinking like he could, because there was a cute photo of like a little boy like this. I got really close to the microphone, but a little boy laying down like this in the grass. And then the other boy was just kind of sitting like on his back, just like really cute little kid playful photos. Miles cried because he didn't want to sit on his brother. Yep. And it was just like, I was like, okay, you don't have to. And I was just like, oh, okay, I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that, like,
That breakdown.
Yeah.
She was trying to make an awkward family photo and it just did not. Got even more awkward.
But it was just like, you see these like little Pinterest photos and I was like, oh, it looks so cute. And it was not cute.
I love photo fails. Those are
same.
super fun. I also love when people recreate like a childhood photo and they all put on the same outfits.
Oh, yeah. And they're like holding
and they're
big
all in the
sister.
bathtub together.
Like awkward.
I love that.
As adults, it's always fun.
Yeah. And then the like he had a little stick and the stick got in the water and then that was a whole nother. And I'm like, I get why you want them to be a little bit older.
Right.
I totally get that.
It's tough to be a kid, and I can only imagine taking photos of them. It's
so many emotions you don't know how to articulate yet. So I'm like,
I face that every day still as an adult, all the feeling all the feelings for sure.
I try to shove it down. down. I don't feel.
Get home and then
collapse.
Deal with those.
Model face
You
on.
can't shove them too far
She's ready.
because then they show up in your body. But you gotta work through it.
You got it. Speaking of working through it, we're going to take a quick break.
Already?
Yes.
So fast.
And then we'll be back in just a few.
See ya.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu. When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started.
And we're back to According To with
Jama
and Nikki
and Megan.
And Megan, our VIP guest.
We have been talking all things videography, photography, you starting your own entrepreneurial journey.
Yes.
It's a hard word to say.
Yes.
Entrepreneurial.
Mm-hmm. I think you have to be able to say it to be one. I think that's
fair.
part of
That's
the
only test.
requirement. Yes, exactly.
Show up.
Of course, I'm going to try the hard word.
I didn't even say it right. So.
Entrepreneurial.
Try something. Yes, be
Yes.
there. I love that. So we have a couple fun questions for you if you're game to ask you. So I think we might know part of the answer to this one already, but what did you want to be when you grew up or when you grow up?
Yeah.
As
Okay.
we like to say.
When I grow up, that'll be a better question since we already answered paleontologist, makeup artist, chef, whatever. I always joke with Melissa Bland. She asked me this the other day. I want to be community oriented. Like if I didn't have a camera in my hand, if I could just like make the connections between people that normally don't talk, I feel like that would be a sweet spot. Maybe Meg for mayor one day.
Hey,
I
was going to say I'm like politics, but I'll tell you.
I love politics. It's
They're
messy, it's dramatic.
yes.
I love seeing grown men act the way they do, but whatever.
I mean, this last one, did you?
Were you watching the town?
I watched
it's saucy.
2 meetings, Monday and Tuesday nights, and it was like, ooh.
Yes,
ooh.
I love the
very
little
interesting.
dramas, which that's a part of politics. And I love politics. I don't like how it affects people negatively, but I love
the potential.
Idea. Yes.
Well, and then also you are a change maker.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you are making sure that your community is taken care of in the best way possible with the best resources possible. And some people don't always agree on how those resources should be used or what the best is. So you have a lot of heads deciding on what the best is.
Absolutely.
So that makes
a lot of perspectives
drama
to take in. Yeah. Because everyone has their own truth. That's definitely something that a lot of people have a hard time getting that perspective. But yeah, everyone's truth is their truth. You know, it's just how do we coexist with everyone's truth? So.
Yeah. And we all filter it with a different lens. And that lens is created by our own experiences.
Absolutely.
Which, you know, makes it a little bit challenging. So Meg for mayor.
It doesn't just have a ring.
It does.
It's
the
easy
MM.
marketing. It's already done.
Yeah.
I love it.
You got my vote.
We have multiple connections to current and former mayors of both Alton and other towns. So we could give you an inside track if that's something.
I'll just do something small like Godfrey whenever
just
McCormick's
a township.
done. Yeah,
Sounds good. So this comes from our second episode.
Yes.
The first question was kind of from our first episode and how we got to where we are. But second episode, we talked about names. And before we came on, we've talked a little bit about names with you. Do you think you would be a different person if you had a different name?
Oh my God, yes. No offense to my mother. God bless. She had her reasonings. But I think the biggest mess up, and which Megan, whatever.
I'm sure you don't know
Megan.
any other Megans.
No, a million. Like
No,
literally,
right.
my husband's family used to have like 5 Megans in the family at once. Like, thank God we've kind of narrowed down a couple.
It was like a battle of the Megans.
I just didn't
Megan,
reply to
the
people.
true Meg will survive.
Unless someone made eye contact with me and they said, Megan, I'm not answering. But no, my middle name. So I got the most 90s middle name ever, Elizabeth. Okay. Couldn't spell it forever. But if I would have got my Fairless, female matriarchy middle name, it would have been Marie. And I feel like that would have had a better flow. Megan Marie. I very connect with Marie, the cat from Aristocats. Like that's me
Marie.
Embodied.
And it's
I'm
the
a
MM
lady.
factor. We're going back to Megan for mayor.
Yeah.
Megan
Marie. Yeah,
Megan
It's
Marie.
that alliteration. Sounds really nice.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I now with the last name and everything like that, I love it. I love it so much that I'm never going to take a man's last name ever, especially with Waldvogel. Who's going to be able to say that? So
that's a
his last
fun
name.
one.
I need to hear it again. What was it?
Waldvogel.
Waldvogel.
Shout out to the
Yeah,
Waldvogels.
shout out to Waldvogel. No.
Waldvogel, you have a fun last name.
Yes, it's fun to say.
Yeah.
But you went from like the upper part of the alphabet to the bottom.
Yeah,
and
no,
the
I gotta
only
say
time
the difference.
last names are all starting with F here, Fabry, Fiedler. And so when they start at the bottom of the alphabet, because everybody always starts at the top, and whenever in class or whatever, like, we're going to start at the bottom, I would go, no. Now I have
Even the people at the bottom don't want it.
No.
They're like, we don't want to go first. We've always gone last.
the end.
Yes.
Like, we came in late. No one knew we weren't even here yet. But
it does make a difference.
Yeah.
I understand.
So you'd be going from.
I hyphenated because,
And no one can say that. Just like
add
Megan
to it.
who?
Well,
No.
yeah.
But no, yeah, having my name, like, and we've talked about this earlier too. I have so many different nicknames in our community. So, and this is a little secret. So if you guys are watching this now, you know my secret. If you call me Meg, I know you only know me from the internet. If you call me Megan, we're good friends. And if you're a girly pop and you call me Meggie, you're the love of my life and you're special in my heart. And then you know how to say my business name, Meggie Me, you know? There you go.
Maggie Me.
Love it.
Because I met you as a Megan.
Yes.
Working at the bridge. And then when I saw Maggie Me, I always pronounced it Maggie May or Maggie Mai. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I wonder how she does that. And then I had to okay.
She just gave you like the middle name was
Maggie,
May.
Yeah,
Mhm.
May, Maggie, yeah.
And I was like,
so-
you mean Maggie May? I was confused.
Yeah. No, that's the first thing. Anytime anyone's like, how do you say your business name? I'm like, you say it first. Because I have like a secret
You're like, tell
list.
me.
Like, how do you say it? But and that's because like I picked that name, I think at 12 to name my YouTube channel.
Wow.
And then whenever I started my business at 16, I was just like, well, logically, I should just name my business my YouTube channel.
have
Because
the
that
name.
makes sense when you're 16.
You're established.
And now at 31, I'm like, okay, we're stuck.
it.
15 years in.
You can rebrand, but
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
no,
you're
we're
on
stuck.
a great
Everyone
Yeah,
knows
I
you're
think it's really good. Yeah.
Okay, from our third episode, we talked a lot about happiness.
Yes.
And I know even today we were talking about how you create your own, right?
Mm-hmm.
It really has to come from within. There are so many external factors that can make you unhappy, but the happiness,
absolutely,
you got to find it.
You actually choose to be unhappy about the thing that's happened.
1,000%.
Which is also challenging to know, because you have to go, wait, what about this situation is I'm choosing to feel unhappy. I'm choosing to feel hurt. I'm choosing to feel angry. Is that really what is really going on here? And 9 times out of 10, it's a whole nother thing that you didn't even realize. Yeah.
So where do you find happiness?
Ooh, okay. I was even reminiscing this earlier because, like, obviously owning a business can be a little depressing sometimes and it gets overwhelming. But my happy place is on the Merrimack River with my best friends, no cell service. And if I get that in about twice a year, I'm an okay person. Now, outside of like my ultimate happiness, I find happiness in every day, and that's with the relationships that I have with like people. So like this morning I went and had breakfast with a friend just to chit chat, and it was like so refreshing just to be able to be in control of my life and make those happen. Because if you don't make it happen, it won't ever happen. So I definitely create opportunities of happiness as much as I can, especially in my like seniority of my business. Like back in the earlier days, it was a little bit harder to be in control, but yeah, I make sure I play Minecraft as much as I can.
Nice.
I hang out with my kitty cat. I spend time with my family. Friends are really it. Like I get my most happiness when I'm around the people I love. So
The chosen family.
yes,
you call them.
chosen family is very, very important to me in my life. Yes,
That's awesome. All right, in episode 4, we talked about April Fool's Day because
yes,
April Fool's Day. Dun dun dun.
But on the flip side of that, we also talked about like our favorite childhood go-to movies. So what's the first one that comes to mind for you?
The first movie that I realized what movie magic was, Beetlejuice.
She already said it once.
Oh
no.
I know.
Which Beetlejuice?
The original.
Can I just tell you though, like I want it to happen. Like so,
Yeah,
let's
Beetlejuice.
My son does that to me, and he's like,
It just
nothing
appears.
happened. I'm like, that
That
you know
you know.
of.
That you know,
Yes.
You have to go to sleep tonight.
And that's how that second movie just
See
got
it.
made. No, 'cause
Exactly.
I said it 3 times.
Exactly. Or a third, we don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
But yes, that's a classic. And it makes me have those feels like we talked about Ghostbusters too, where it was like, this is scary, right? Like in your mind, you're like, this is creepy, scary, but I like it and
Yeah,
I
it
want to
was
watch
funny.
it.
Yeah.
Yes. And it has so much
I
humor
was
and just,
terrified.
yes.
Yeah. And then my papa, who is also the one that had the camcorder my whole entire life, he was like, no, this is what movie magic is. And then I'm like, you can create a reality through a camera? What?
Dun, dun,
And
dun.
then I
Right.
became
Because it
obsessed.
looks real,
Yeah.
right? It became your reality in front of
Yeah.
you. So yeah, that's awesome.
No,
I
yeah,
feel like
Sandworms.
the one that I remember the most, like the scene I always remember, is the shake,
Yes.
Sonora, and the
The hand.
The hand and the shrimp.
hands. I just loved that. It was just like,
I was scared to eat shrimp.
it was my favorite. It was so fun.
Yeah.
And I still get that song stuck in my head a lot.
And rest in peace, Catherine O'Hara.
Yes.
Just
God
one of the
bless.
greats.
She was amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like she was everybody's mom.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that Winona is like resurged and she's like popular again. Winona Forever. Like, love her. She's a little crazy, but I love it.
Love that tattoo reference too.
Yes.
Okay. In our most recent episode, we talked about all the words and phrases that we struggle with pronouncing, or just it's stuck in your head saying it one way,
Yeah.
or your family influenced you to say something, a phrase that you're
Water.
like, no one
Water.
else knows what that
Water,
means.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Washington is my
Wash,
family.
yeah,
Put an R
my
in there.
friends-
Wash. Mm-hmm.
My friends will get on me. Like, because my mom was adopted, so most of her birth family is from the South. So we'll get on the phone with them, 5 minutes, we have a Southern accent.
Right.
So we
you pick it
definitely
up.
lean more Southern accents. So Warsh is real bad. Warsh rag, the crick, and I just speak normally. Sometimes like I do a little funny accent or whatnot, but 90% of the time, if it's Southern slipping out, oh man, my friends just Warsh. And I say, yeah, what's the other word? Wash.
Doesn't it feel weird?
My dear sweet mom makes the same face. She's like, wash. And my grandma does it like, wash. Like they have to like accentuate.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like, it's wash.
Or the zinc. The sink is a zinc.
Zinc.
A
Oh,
zinc.
yeah,
I
zinc.
don't know that
It's a
one.
zinc. Because
fridge. That's weird for some people.
The fridge?
The fridge. But I don't know if that's kind of Midwestern.
I say fridge.
I feel like we all say fridge. Okay, what about the thing that you use to change like a channel on a TV?
The clicker.
Controller. Yeah.
Controller?
Yeah.
She said clicker.
Yeah, we say
remote.
Remote. Yeah, we'll say remote or clicker or, well, I'll just mix them all up.
Yeah, you use them all.
And then I'll just say all of
I-
them because I can't remember which word to pick.
Yeah, I've had speech therapy because I have speech impediments. So I definitely, my friends, they have to deal with it sometimes. We use word association. So if I can't get a word out, we're going to go to the next closest word and you're going to have to figure it out for me because I'm not figuring it out. So
What was the word we were talking about earlier that
I said
we were misusing?
Vicurious.
Oh, vicurious.
But me and my husband use bi-curiously, and that really confuses a lot of people.
It might have a different connotation.
Maybe.
And Nikki was talking about separating things in her mind.
Yeah, departmentalize. It's the departments, and they're in my
And they're all in different
mentalized.
departments.
Their department mentalizes.
Or compartments.
Well,
but we knew exactly what you meant.
Yeah.
Because I call it the glove department.
Oh.
Sometimes I forget to say compartment. And I'm like, the glove department. I mean, compartment. I mean, whatever it is.
How many gloves do you have in there? None.
Is it not called the glove department? Like the glove compartment? The thing that you
think
open
so.
in the dash.
Right.
Yeah, that's a glove.
Where you keep your registration.
Yeah.
Why do they call it? Because that's where we kept our
Your
gloves.
driving gloves.
And
Yeah.
then
Oh.
the center console.
Yeah. Okay, it is
That makes
still
sense.
called the glove compartment.
Yes.
But then I say department. 'cause
whichever you prefer.
I'm a little extra.
That's okay.
Those are fun. Okay. So if you had to choose a theme song for your life,
Ooh.
this was a question we asked each other too.
Yeah.
What song would you pick? And it can,
Oh,
we know it changes throughout your life,
Yeah.
but if there was one that comes to mind for
I
you.
remember mine.
I
It just
gotta-
came to me.
I forget if it's Polyphia or if it's Intervals, but it's two math rocky bands, and it's a song called Libra. And just the way it vibes, and I'm a Libra too.
Okay.
It's
okay.
just this
You
very
connect with
like,
it.
yeah, we're having a good day, like everything's great kind of energy. It's all instrumental, so there's
Okay.
no
So I
lyrics
was
to
gonna
it or
ask.
anything like that. But it just always makes me feel like peak. I'm like, if I were to have a highlight of my life so far, this would be the song.
Nice.
I love that.
And then we were singing upstairs what we did on the kazoo.
on your kazoo.
Girl,
that-
put your records on.
Yeah.
Play me your favorite song. Go ahead, let your head down. I went
she
kind
had
of
to go.
crazy.
She had to go. For
I went way up there
All
very
right,
flatly.
a few more before we let you go. What is your spirit animal?
Ooh, a cow. I love cattle.
Okay,
Like,
which cow did you just picture? Because I pictured a looking cow. What cow did you picture?
I have longhorned Highland, like little tan
do you
baby,
like all
long
the-
hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did you
All
picture
the
a cow?
fringe? Yeah, I pictured the like black and white spotted.
Same.
Well, any cow. I'll take any cow.
Yeah, but
Okay.
like when you said cow, I instantly went to the like black
Yes.
and white cow.
Yes.
like
Yeah.
the cow that
The
we see everywhere.
classic
The classic cow.
Milk cow was
Yeah.
kind of
And
what
I
was
don't
in
know
my
how
mind.
it's,
Milk.
I spiritually align. I just love them.
Yeah,
Cows are cool.
you just feel
I
them.
feel,
Okay, I
yeah.
love that. Coffee or tea?
Ooh, coffee.
Yeah.
People tell me I have a coffee addiction. I
Mm.
probably do. I'll drink so much that I start vibrating, you know?
So
I
do you
love-
drink it black or do you
Yeah, how
put
do you
all
take
the
it? How do you
different
take it?
vibes in it?
So not to get emotional, we'll see if we get emotional or not. But black coffee is like spiritual to me because my Meemaw, who was my best friend in the whole world, and like we were birthday besties, and like we were like two sides of the same coin. I would go over and have black coffee with her every morning. And I used to have sugar in my coffee, but then I went through a whole kick where I tried to cut sugar, and so I got adjusted. I guess that's the word. We're overthinking words now.
Reacquainted with black coffee.
I've been acquainted with the black coffee, and now I'm addicted. Now,
Was
yeah.
this as an adult?
In high school, I started drinking black coffee and like iced, like the big. I would go to Panera before I went to high school.
Oh, they had Panera.
Yeah, or
We didn't.
Bread Co.
We
you
call
know,
it
yeah.
Bread Co.
We didn't
We
have.
do, so
we
call it
did.
Bread
I
Co.
sometimes I say Panerico
Yeah,
because
Panerico.
again I'm
Makes them-
special.
Yeah, no, it is Bread Co. What is this
Yeah.
Panera mess? But no, and it would look like a Dr. Pepper, and then my friends, like I'd be in theater afterwards. I go and take a big old swig, and I'm
What
like, yeah,
is
maybe
that
you
bitterness?
Drink it.
Did you ask first?
No, and that's what you get.
Same though. I started drinking coffee probably younger than I should, and I always say
yeah.
I think it's stunted my growth.
Well, but then there's me, and I've drank coffee since I was like 5 or 6. I would
Yeah, I'm
sneak
about
sips.
there.
And I'm
Yeah.
5'9", so I don't. If it stunted my growth,
Thank
then
goodness.
I'm into Wadlow status. Like, here we go. Which I could have liked to be at least a couple inches taller. I wanted to be. I'm on the bottom line of supermodel tall, 6 foot, 5'8.5" is where they kind of 5'9" is where you really need to be, and I'm just like barely there. But if you're 6 foot or 6'1", you're supermodel world.
yeah.
Like,
You know what I just pictured?
What?
A statue of you.
Yeah.
Obviously.
clearly.
Some big old high heels.
That's
on
what she
to reach
needs.
to
A
that point.
statue
Yes.
erected in your honor.
Yes. I know some sculpture
I
artists.
just flashbacked. You
Yeah,
did. There we
yeah,
go.
Yeah, we'll get that taken
More
care
life
of.
goals. I love this.
goodness.
I love this so much. Okay. And last for you, what would you like on your tombstone?
Ooh.
Pepperoni.
And cheese. And that's how you know you're a 90s kid.
Yes. No, yeah. So that's a weird thing about me because, like, a part of my job is, like, legacy. You know, that's what passions me. I know we're not all going to be here one day, so I want to leave a footprint. And death is the final, like, thing. And so I'm, like, I'm already game planning this out. I want an obelisk. Like, I'm going to be extra. Ain't going to be no
Go for it.
tombstone. It's going to be something massive that'll last a few centuries. When someone goes through the graveyard, they'll be like, who are they? Why
Right
are they
next to my
important?
statue.
They might
Right.
have community over competition since that's been the motto of ever.
Community
or maybe
over
she did
that.
it.
She did it. I love that. Yeah. Community
lived
over
it.
competition.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that so much. We fully 100% support it. And we thank you for being here with us and
Yeah.
for taking our pictures, which I'm sure we look gorgeous.
Yeah,
and-
Can't
So
wait to put
excited
them
to edit,
out.
yes.
Right. So we'll have new logos and photos coming soon. We have our website that needs a little bit of zhuzhing up too. So now we'll have some pretty pictures
To
add
put on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just being able to connect and even have in this moment.
Yes.
There's been so many times I've wanted to like totally just hang out, but you know, work life.
Why not record it?
Yeah.
Yes,
Let's
yes.
just.
We're being proactive girlies. Yes.
I love
Yeah.
it.
So
Female entrepreneurs.